It's time for another edition of Sire TV, Success in Real Estate, with your host, Robert Burke. Join Robert and his guests, some of the country's leading experts on real estate investing, as they show you how you can purchase properties tens of thousands of dollars below true market value. So whether you are looking for your personal dream house, a fantastic rental property, or you want to buy, fix up, and resell for profit, this is the show for you. Robert will also share his amazing networks of lenders who are loaning on real estate all across the country. Your financial success is just around the corner. And now, the host of the Success in Real Estate program, Robert Burke.
Welcome everybody to another edition of the Success in Real Estate television program, or as I like to call it, Sire TV. We're going to have a great show for you again this week. Got some great guests. We're going to be talking about some hard money lending. We're going to be talking about some success stories. My first guest, though, is Sam Elder. He's with one of our hard money lenders, Sherman Bridge. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you, Robert.
Good to have you here. Now, we had your boss on here last week. So give us a little bit of your background in the lending aspect, how you got involved in all of this.
Well, he's certainly the brains of the operation, but I appreciate you giving me time to come out. My background is in residential lending, and I had the opportunity to, several months ago, to marry that with what real estate investors are doing and what their financing needs are. I came over to Sherman Bridge, and it's been a remarkable fit, wonderful fit for me.
Tell us a little bit about Sherman Bridge. Now, one of the aspects of the show is that we talk about real estate, how you can find deals, but boy, if you can't, you can find a great deal, but
Sure.
if you don't have the money to close on it, you're kind of up a creek. So that's what Sherman Bridge does, which is one of the hard money lenders that are involved with us in our show. But explain to us exactly what it is that Sherman Bridge does and a little bit about the company.
Sure. It's a very important niche, the financing aspect of real estate investing. And we provide financing for real estate investors literally in every walk of the process. People that are doing flips, people that are doing buy and hold, even people who have accumulated properties need to bundle those up. We would like to think that through every stage of real estate investing, we can provide financial solutions for them.
And it really works for the person who's just getting into it, because here's some financing. You're a company that understands the rehabber, you understand the real estate investor, what they're going through, the fact that they're buying properties that need some work done on them that a lot of lenders will stay away from, which is one of the big things about the advantages of dealing with a company like Sherman Bridge, right?
Yeah, it's tough. A lot of people would be inclined just to go to their local bank, wherever they have their checking account, wherever they have their savings account. You walk in the expression that you get from their lender there, it's quite remarkable. They don't really have a sense of what is necessary for real estate investors. And by working with a lender like Sherman Bridge, who understands real estate investing, you're much further down the road to success.
Well, and the big key to success is finding properties, but also having the money to close on them. Because you find a great deal, if you don't have the money to close on it. One of the things that you guys do, you have this pre-approval process where for a person who's out there who's not ever done real estate before or has never used a hard money lender, maybe they've got money and they can buy a deal or two, but they're going to wise up and realize that they can, kind of spread that out and leverage their money to buy more deals. But when, especially that first person who gets into it, it's really important to know that you've got your financing lined up. So you guys have a very simple pre-approval process.
We do. Yeah, we have a fast track application that's available through our website. And you're absolutely correct. Being pre-approved is critical. As the real estate investors know, these properties go quick. And if you don't have the financing lined up on the front end, you're lost. You're lost, you're not going to get the deals. The sellers want to have full confidence that you're qualified to follow through on that.
It's a credibility issue.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you're out there and you're trying to develop relationships with realtors or wholesalers, and you go out there and you find a property and you tell them, hey, I like this property, I want to buy it, and then you can't close on it, it's going to be hard for you to go back to that person or that realtor again.
Yeah, because there are multiple real estate investors, those relationships are critical. You need to find good sources of distressed properties, and you need to prove to be a reliable buyer. If you are not following through on your offers, and that's going to be problematic for you going forward, as you've indicated. We provide you with consistent financing to where you can build those relationships and have full confidence that you're going to be in line for those deals.
And for our listeners, basically, I want to tell them to go to siretv.tv.
Absolutely.
Because we have the Sherman Bridge link. We also have the other hard money lenders that we work with, but the Sherman Bridge link there where they can go and click that and apply. What's the process? How complicated it is? How long does it take to get pre-approved for a loan with you guys?
Sure. There's probably 10 questions on the fast track application, and we can generally get that turned around within a couple of hours. So it's a very straightforward and easy process. We don't want to find situations where investors struggle to get through the process. We need to make it easy. We need to make it seamless, all the way through closing. And it's a 5-day process, start to finish. Once they found a property. So the entire time, not just with the application, which is very, very, very critical, but all the way through closing, we try to make it easy on the people that are going to be lending money to make them more successful in the process.
So not only the pre-approval process is easy, but you guys can basically, if somebody comes to you with a deal,
Yep.
and they're a worthy client and a worthy person and a worthy property, I mean, they can close on that property 5 to 7 days, right?
If they've been pre-approved.
Yeah.
If I get an executed contract on Monday, we can close on Friday.
That's amazing. It's such a great weapon to have in your arsenal,
Yeah.
to have that pre-approval letter. If you're fortunate enough you have cash in the bank, you feel very confident when you go out there, to put an offer on a piece of property because you can close on it. But this pre-approval letter that you guys have, it's basically the same thing.
It is, yeah, and they're non-contingent cash offers that are being made by our borrowers. They're able to go in with full confidence that my offer means something. When I go to the seller's agent and I give them this offer, it carries weight. And if the seller is looking at the opportunity to close this property, by the time the sun goes down 7 days later, they're going to be very interested. So.
Well, and what's kind of fun when you have that kind of financing already set up, you're already pre-approved. One of the questions I always get when I'm talking with a person that I'm negotiating a deal with to buy his property or her property, or I'm dealing with a realtor, the question I always get is, when will you be able to close?
Sure.
And it's so fun to be able to say, well, it's going to take a little while for the title work to be done. I'm ready before they are.
Yeah.
Whatever has to be done, I'm basically ready in 5 days. You're not, you probably aren't going to be able to close that fast, but it sure is powerful. And the look you get on a realtor's face when you tell them, hey, look, you're not waiting on me.
Sure.
I'm waiting on you.
Yeah, it does carry a lot of weight. And as you go through this process, distressed properties come with distressed sellers. They want to move quickly. You afford them that opportunity, and that opens doors for you.
So you've got this pre-approval process that people can go and get pre-approved. The other thing too that I think is really big is that you understand the mentality of an investor.
Sure.
And you talked about earlier about going to your bank. I mean, I've done that.
Yeah.
I don't care if you have the best credit in the world. You go into a bank, and we show properties on this show before and after. If you go in there and show a banker a property that's over